Oh, forgot to turn the music on. Whoopsie doodle. Alright, we should be streaming. Okay. We do have a good connection. Let me double check to see if there's anything getting in the way. Yeah, there's stuff getting in the way. So, you need to take a hike. So I'll wait for the chat to get a little bit more associated. I need to decrease the size of Chrome. So, see if I can't do that real quick. Let me see if I can't maneuver this a little bit better. No, stop. Okay, let's see if this kind of thing works. See if this might do the trick. Why does it show the same thing still? Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, that'll work. So I'll just wait for people to show up to the stream. We're going to be discussing the new G5 revealed stuff. And yeah, we'll go from there. I just got the music on in the background as, you know, just something to add in the background. So, as we all know by now, if you've been on Twitter anyway, yeah, G5 has been officially announced. So, yeah, we're here to talk about that. I mean, the music's kind of loud in my ears, but whatever. If it's too loud, let me know. Now it's saying no data, that's weird. Because I know some people don't like it, and I know some people like it. I personally don't like what's been revealed so far. Hello, Nightmare Moon. So, yeah, this is a non-editing stream. We're not going to be editing. We're just going to be talking. I'll just let more viewers show up, just so we can... It says we have 5 so far. I don't know how to read YouTube. Oh, okay, it's just let me know, hey, your video resolution's too small. Bullshit. Leave me alone. So, pretty much we're just going to be talking about, yeah, we're just going to be talking about the new G5 stuff that's been leaked, pretty much. My video resolution is not too small, YouTube, shut up. So, where should I start? That's a good question. So, my opinion on it so far has been that it's pretty decent. Like, I've seen what I've seen so far, and to me, it looks pretty damn good. Yeah. Like, I don't know really where to start. The music is just kind of distracting me a little bit. I don't know why, but it does. I'm just putting that on in the background just to give us a little something in the background because the fucking heater is running, so yeah. But so far, I've been able to actually tell the entire plot by just looking at what I've seen. I was in a Discord call yesterday with friends, and I just took a wild guess based off of what we've seen so far with, what are the characters' names? Izzy, Sunny, and I can't remember the other names, but Izzy and Sunny are like the two main, the unicorn and the one that kind of looks like Skulu with an Elsa mane. Like, honestly, it does look like Elsa's braid if it were put on a pony with different colors. I won't spare any bullshit. Won't be long before there's creepypastas of Gen 5. I've actually thought about that before, but I wanted to wait until we actually got to see Gen 5 for what it is before we even did that. So, yeah. Yeah. So, here's what we know so far based off of what their name has told us. Equestria Daily has told us. I have it on my phone here. this is the plot that we know so far. And I was able to actually guess this because, okay, before I read that, what I guessed, hang on, Gen 5 was going to be about, well, the movie anyway, seeing the character that looks like Skulu, Sunny, considering she seems like a very outgoing character and very like how do I explain this? Like, she wants things to change. Like, she's a character that wants change to happen and all that stuff. Like, she's a very determined character, heavily inspired and all that shit. She gave me the vibe that she'd be the one who wanted to change the world. Like, I had a feeling that, you know, the world is, you know, divided once again. And so many people are mad at that. Like, one person in particular is saying, oh, Equestria could never have changed with Twilight and all them in charge. Here's a fact about life, people. Peace and harmony does not last eternally. It changes. Change is inevitable. Hang on, I got an eyelash. There you are, you little bastard. So, as I was saying, basically, change is inevitable. Like I said on Twitter, I just barely finished watching the runoff series of Avatar: Last Airbender, which takes place after Aang dies. In it, Korra goes to a place called Republic City, which is a place that Aang created for non-benders and benders to live in peacefully. That didn't last long, because Korra actually goes to the city because everybody's so oblivious to it not being, you know, nobody is on equal ground anymore. So she goes to the city and finds that there's gangs, there's a lot of movements going on that indicate no peace is going on in this world. Period. By the way, does everything look okay? You know, YouTube's yelling at me to say, you know, that my video resolution is off, but it's not. I know that for a fact. But, yeah, I don't see a problem with this. I can see, like, I don't know if it was actually ever confirmed that Twilight was immortal. I don't know if that is actually proven, but considering we're going into a different generation, that people are missing that mark, Generation 5 is a whole new world, a whole new different place. Even though it takes place in Equestria, it's a new place. So we're in a whole different generation where apparently the world is divided once again. I expected this because based off of the early leaks that we got of Gen 5, I'm trying to remember them all. Like, we got a sneak peek of what the world was going to be like. Like, the world was going to be different, divided kingdoms. That's what the early leaks told us anyway. So that's what I heard. I thought like Games of Thrones kind of world, you know, different empires against each other. Kinda not far from the truth, honestly. But so far, like, I guessed that Sunny was going to be the one who goes on like this adventure to unite the worlds once again. We wanted to put unity back together to you know, reunite the divided worlds that are now against each other. I guessed that in a Discord call yesterday. So when I read the actual leaked stuff on Equestria Daily, I was shocked. I like picked every aspect of the movie apart. Like, I had it. So now that that's, you know, so now that that's out of the way, here is what we know so far. In the new movie, the pony world of Equestria has lost its magic. Friendship and harmony have been replaced by paranoia and mistrust, and ponies now live separated by species. Sunny, a feisty and idyllic young Earth pony, that's the Skulu-based one. Where did I lost my place. Hang on. Is convinced there's still hope for this divided world, but her slightly misguided and often hilarious efforts to change hearts and minds have led her being branded a misfit. Kind of sounds like the Kingmark Crusaders if you think about it. Let's see. When Sunny befriends a lost unicorn named Izzy, that's the unicorn with the ball on her horn, who wanders innocently into the Earth Pony town of Maritime Bay. We're going with the pony puns again. I like that. The town has had enough. Izzy and Sunny must embark on an epic adventure that will include a daring jewel heist, outrageous conspiracy theories, elaborate musical numbers, and the world's cutest flying Pomeranian? I don't know. Their adventures will take them to faraway lands and force them to challenge the status quo by facing their fears of making new friends out of old enemies. The world Sunny has dreamed of her entire life could finally become a reality as Sunny and her newfound friends fight to prove that even little ponies can make a big difference. So basically, world is divided once again, and every pony is against each other. It's kind of like the world before Equestria became a thing in G4. So this is interesting. I kind of like this aspect and had a feeling it was going to happen, honestly. Did you hear a certain someone got arrested? No? Hi guys, what if Sparrow voiced a character in Gen? I'm not that lucky. Bum ba bum. Likely wow. Hi Sparrow. Hello Brianna Hampton. Lego Mago. Okay. But, okay, so basically where we're going is we're going into a new Equestria. And a lot of people are so pissed that Twilight, you know, the world that Twilight created is out of order once again. Like I said, change is inevitable. Eventually chaos and disharmony are going to happen again. Peace is not going to last forever. Like, I don't know if they ever stated that Twilight was an immortal, but eventually, you know, what's their names? If Celestia and Luna, sorry, it's been a while. If Celestia and Luna can give up their, like, magic as, you know, the princesses of Equestria, I believe Twilight could actually lose her immortality. I don't actually know if that's true or not, or if, like, the princesses have, like, a longer lifespan. I don't know. But Black got arrested. Well, considering I watched a stream where Ben Mazza said that somebody had gone to the liberty of contacting the state where he actually lives to get his ass arrested for pedophilia. Good on him. But yeah. So we have a divided world once again. So it's very reminiscent of like when the Earth Ponies, Pegasi, and Unicorns were against each other in the original. And again, change is not avoidable. You have to take that into. So many people on Twitter have been so like toxic about this. Like they've just been wondering, why is the world that Twilight and them created so, out of order? Because chaos and disorder don't stay, Jesus Christ, me and my eyelashes today. Doesn't stay dormant forever. Idle, whatever you want to call it. So I believe this is a good start for first start. So I have a feeling what they're going to do. This movie is going to represent this character and what she's going to do. My favorite character so far is Izzy. Izzy is definitely my favorite. She's like the new Pinkie Pie. Like, that's how I see her. She looks like the new Pinkie Pie. I could just tell by the way she was, balancing a horn, not a horn. A ball on her horn and her, like, waving, like, hi, people. Like, breaking the fourth wall again. She's like a new Pinkie Pie. She's a very, like, naive and very, what did they use as the name? What's that card? Wanders instantly. So she's not very smart. She's just kind of go with the flow. Lost unicorn. So she's a lost unicorn. Okay, that's even more interesting. But yeah, Sunny seems like she's being labeled as an outcast. A lot of this is very relative to got The Legend of Korra again. Like, fun little fact. Okay, like I said, I finished watching The Legend of Korra. The very first actual season villain is someone who is trying to bring equalization, like equality, to the world of benders and non-benders. Around this time was right before, and I'm not joking you, right before season 5 aired. It was during the time of writing and recording for season 5. So I don't know if the if the if the MLP like, you know, crew took inspiration from that character. I don't know, but he was an equalist. So that's kind of funny. I did not realize that that was so relatable to season 5 of MLP with Starlight Glimmer. But yeah, Izzy definitely is my favorite character so far, even though I don't know how she sounds or who she even is yet. I just like her personality. People are also freaking out over the fact that there's like MLP G4 like characters on her shelf, like, you know, little figurines and like references to G4. Well, of course, it's in the world of Equestria, so I have a feeling there's going to be a little bit of continuity. I do think there's going to be a little bit of continuity, but we're in a whole different age. We are in a totally different age. We're not necessarily in Twilight's age. Like, I think Twilight's long gone in this. Going to be long gone in this. Like, how to explain this? I think it's also to pay tribute to the world, you know, G4. Because if you don't, because think about it. G4 is what made MLP like really jump, like really become as popular as it is now. Without G4 and us as the Baronis, like, you know, the supporters, it wouldn't be at the level it is. Not even close. Okay, don't worry, like MLP's. I wonder who the villain's gonna be. The villain is okay. From what we know, the villain is Disorder, basically. Disorder in the world is the villain. This is very similar to like a Rainbow Road Trip, which is by the same crew that's producing it. It's Boulder Media or whatever they're called. G4 for the majority of the time was DHX. That's who produced like everything. This one is run by Boulder Media, which also did Rainbow Road Trip. I don't remember all that they did, but Rainbow Road Trip was the main one. So once again, very relatable. Because what was the villain in... there was no technical villain in Rainbow Road Trip. The villain was the lack of happiness in the town, if I remember correct. I've only seen it once. Trying to remember. Like, bringing color back to the town, it was due to, like, the lack of communication and happiness in the town, if I remember correct. Something like that. The joy, the happiness, the sprawling, you know... The joy, every bit of the joy in the town was destroyed. So yeah, I mean, I can't remember exactly, but it was something like that. So when they figured out, you know, that the machine didn't actually bring them happiness, and that they created the happiness themselves, only then did it make sense. All right, let's see. People were talking about it. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Hi, Judd, by the way. So. The villain in this, I believe, is going to be Disorder. I don't think that there's going to be like a, you know, like a creature villain or like, you know, an actual villain that's in flesh and blood. I feel like the villain in this is the disorder and disarray that's happened to the world, which is gonna happen. It's gonna happen, guys. There's no way of stopping disorder from eventually taking over the world again. It happened. And what they mean by the world has lost its magic, they're talking about the magic of friendship, the magic of like peace and order, you know, like getting along with the other nations as well. Guys, I sound like I'm talking about Avatar because, you know, nations. But that's what they mean. Like magic and all that stuff has been destroyed, like the magic of joy, friendship, you know, being... How do I explain this? Everybody is happy with everybody. That's the best way I can put it. I also think this would take place after Luster Dawn's, you know, reign or whatever. I don't know if she becomes a princess. Maybe she didn't become a princess. Because I don't know if it's actually canon that Twilight kind of was like, hey Celestia, I didn't want to become a princess, but okay, I guess this is happening kind of thing. But, whatever. It is what it is. But from what we know so far, this is going to be interesting. Like, we're going back to, like, old Equestria, before Equestria was founded. Like, back to that kind of world. everybody's against one another again, and I just find that kind of kind of cool. Like, like a lot of people are just bitching about the animation style, and I'm not gonna lie, I was scared of CGI style too. I'm not gonna lie. CGI can either be right or wrong, and I'll just, yeah, it can be right, or it can be done right, or it can be done completely wrong. Luckily, we have good animation names on this actual project. Like the animators on this, I looked it up on IMDb last night. They've done a lot of good films, which is good. One of them has worked on the Lord of the Rings, so that's a really good idea. Let's see. I'm trying to remember everything. Oh, the main big part of this that is one of my biggest hopes that this is going to be good is Lauren Faust is the head writer in this entire thing. She's the head writer in it. So the mother of Generation 4 is going to be the mother of Generation 5 too. Because she's starting Generation 5 by writing out Generation 5. Because she wrote Season 1, Episodes 1 and 2, and now she's writing the movie. Which is a good sign. So we're not going with some random dinky dork. We're going with someone else that makes sense. You know, a good writer that knows G4. And the animation style does remind me a lot of Frozen, you know, those films. It reminds me of Disney a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. People are talking. Hopeless Matt. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hold up, I'll be back. Sparrow, I just saw the best dinosaur game on. Okay. In your opinion, is Sunset Shimmer going back in Generation 5? No, guys. This is going to be fresh, brand new, with different characters. Twilight and all of them have passed. They have moved on. This is going to be a whole new Equestria and a whole new world. Like, I don't think it's going to be, like, they don't say it ties into the actual, like, how do I put this? The movie. So, Tempest isn't a real thing. Well, Tempest is technically canon because, season finale, I fucking freaked when I saw Tempest. Well, she is canon, but there's no canon anything to this world because it's new. We don't know shit about it yet. All we know is what we know. I believe that the majority reason, well, then again, now that we know a little bit more about Sunny and that she's a really, really heavy person on, well, pony technically, on changing the world, not being happy with how the world is ran. Sure reminds me of the one girl, the redhead, that was in the not the Thorax, not the Thorax, that's a different character, Sparrow, in the Lorax, the one that the guy had a crush on. She wanted the world of plastic and all that shit to change into a world of natural resource, like trees and all that shit. She wanted that. And that's what I'm seeing with this character. Like, she's a very outgoing and, you know, she wants to change the world kind of character. Which is good. I want to see this happen. She's also apparently got a boyfriend, I believe. Because, Brianna, if you haven't been here long enough, I swear like a sailor. So I'm trying my best not to swear, but I will say what I want to say. Fuck YouTube. But I love where this is going. I like that there's paying tribute to G4. Like, G4 is definitely getting paid tribute to in that one screenshot where you can see the characters on her shelf. You can see Celestia's key mark like as like a banner on the wall. You can see Rainbow Dash's key mark on the opposite wall. I'm trying to think of what else you can see. Oh, she has these little badges on her. She's a scout. It seems like she's a scout of some sort. With like her own little club or something like that, like her own little legion. She's got Twilight's key mark, Applejack's key mark, and I think Rainbow Dash's key mark, if I remember correct. Like, this character is clearly going to be like our new Twilight, only a little different. She's got a boyfriend because of that one gif with the characters being revealed. Izzy is going to be the new Pinkie Pie. I know that for a fact. She's going to be like the new Rinky Dinky character. Like a mix between Pinkie Pie and Derpy if you put them next to each other. Like, she's not very smart, but she can be smart when she wants to. Hello, Venus, MLP Fanatic. But yeah, this is going to be... I have hope for this. With Lauren Faust as the head writer on this, I have lots of hope that this is going to be damn good. Like, the first little peek that they had of it as the merchandise, I was like, oh no. The thing is, I thought it was fake. I literally thought it was a fake leak. Because, guys, over the past 3 years, there has been so many, like, fake leaks. Like, there's been art styles that have been leaked that they say are Gen 5 related. I want to say Gen 4, because I'm so used to it. But the merchandise they showed, I'm like, this has got to be fake. Because it looked like G3 again. So I thought it was fake at first. But now that I see this animation and all that, I'm like, oh, this actually looks pretty good. Like, it has a very, very Disney appeal to it. Very Disney, like, esque. Like, it reminds you of the characters from Frozen a lot. Not gonna lie. But none of the actual, like, animators come from Disney that I'm aware of. Like, I'm trying to remember some of the films that they had done. One was on The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, as like a cleanup artist, a cleanup animator or something like that. Like, I can't remember everything, but they've worked on good things. The majority of them had worked on Pony Life. A lot of them had worked on cartoons that are Hasbro related. So we've got a good team on this project, or movie, whatever. So the movie is going to... I can see exactly where this is going. The movie is going to be a start to uniting the world once again. That's exactly what this is going to be. I can see it plain as day. It's going to reunite the world and create the world that we're going to see in the series. And for those that are still freaking denying that the CGI is only going to be in the film, people, it's been freaking confirmed that there is going to be... that it's all going to be in CGI, even the series. I'm happy that I have Netflix now, because that is a really big, that's a really big relief, because now I'll be able to see my ponies. Even though this fandom has ways, it always finds a way to get something like, you know, what's the word, excuse me, like, they have ways of getting something that's very, like, I don't know, classified, that's the word I'm looking for, classified to a certain, like, platform to the open community. I know it is. And so this fandom's going to make it possible for anybody to see it. I know it's coming. I saw the movie on a website, for Pete's sake, because they never brought it to my freaking town. Fuck. Anyway, say what you want to say. You don't have to answer me, yo. According to a screen cap from Lauren's Twitter, she has nothing to do with G5. She's the head writer on it. It's on IMDb. What? Hi. Dude, I love the Cars 3 movie. It was awesome. Hi, Sparrow. The produce code? What? I don't know. Code on the sheet was a dead giveaway that it was authentic. Oh, you're talking on, like, the merchandise. From what I saw, it wasn't very believable, if you get what I mean. It looked like something that was just made to piss bronies off, and that's exactly what I thought it was. Only until we get actual confirmation from Hasbro that it is real is anything legit. But I don't know why, but Izzy reminds me of, like, some character. I can't think of who, but I know she reminds me of a certain character from another movie. And I want to say it's a Disney movie, but I can't think of who it is. Like, I want to say it's a recent movie for sure. Yeah. But she reminds me of a certain character from another movie. I can't think of who it is, though. But I love her personality, and I love her design. Like, she is one of the cutest characters. Like, she's the new Fluttershy of... I've already seen it. I have already seen it. It's all over Twitter. Everybody is obsessed with Izzy. There's already a meme going out protect this young soul, or like this perfect soul or something like that. It's like when Rainbow, hang on, Sonic Rainboom aired, and Fluttershy got memes the hell out of with the yay thing. You rock, woohoo, you know, that stuff. This is the new meme of G5, and we've only seen a split, like, we've only seen a little of something of what the movie is going to even be. We also seem to have like royal guards, so that seems to be a thing. But then again, considering there's different kingdoms, different, like, you know, places in this world, in this Equestria, because it is confirmed it is Equestria, so that's interesting. Yeah, there's going to be different kingdoms, different places. Yeah, this is looking to be really good. So they're sticking with what they leaked a few years ago? When the first basic leak of G5 was announced about the world. Yeah, that seems to be holding up pretty well. Like, different kingdoms of different, you know, stature. That's what the leak was. So yeah, it's adding up. It's definitely adding up. Anything else to cover? So I like Sunny the most so far. Well, that's your choice. I like Sunny. I don't hate her. She seems like the very, very strong-willed character in this. Like, honestly, she seems very strong-willed, very outgoing. The badges and everything. Like, she is obsessed with everything. Like, she has a heavy connection with the elements of harmony. You know, the main six, Celestia, and all them. She apparently really likes Rainbow Dash. But yeah, that's what I see. That's what I really see in her character. The only one we don't really know much about is the boyfriend, who kind of looks like Flash Sentry, I'm not gonna lie. I know I probably just, like, triggered the chat 110%, but remember, this is a different world. This is not the Flash Sentry that we know. But he does. He looks a lot like Flash Sentry. And considering how they act in that one gif, it is not just her brother or something like that. They nuzzle. That's a boyfriend. They nuzzle. That's not the way you would treat a cousin, brother, sister, or whatever. You would literally be, you know, you would be of a different, like, family, you know, whatever. I was earlier just reading IMDb as you said that. It's like, blah, blah, blah. Many said they reminded her of Moana. In honesty, her design reminds me of Philly Fantasia. I don't know that one. I think Male Pony Colt Stallion might be Sunny's sibling. Nope. Considering how they act in that one gif, they nuzzle each other and are very competitive with each other. I feel that it's boyfriend and girlfriend, or mare friend and Colt friend. If you want to get pony. You know, if you want to go pony style. And they are sticking to the, you know, the Pony Pun town kind of thing, because Maritime Bay is where Sunny is from, which is a Earth Pony strict town. Excuse me. But that's literally all we can say for now. But again, everybody that is, like, you know, critiquing everything to do with G4 being ridiculed in this new world, like I said, change is inevitable. It's completely inevitable. 110% inevitable. There is no changing how the world is going to work. Disharmony will eventually rise once again, and it will work its way into the world again. Like disorder and all that. It's like what I said on Twitter. Just like the Avatar is reborn into a cycle to keep balance and peace in the world, so are the elements of harmony. It's like the Pillars. The Pillars were the original main six. And then Twilight, Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, and Rarity took over. If I missed one, I apologize. Twilight, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, Rarity, and Rainbow Dash. Am I missing one? Twilight, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, Rarity, Rainbow Dash. Who the fuck am I missing? Main six, right? Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot my own ponies. I'm trying to remember at the moment. Wow, Sparrow, really, you're drawing a blank. Twilight, Rarity, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie. I might be repeating characters twice. Here, I'll just do this. Applejack, that's who I was missing. Sorry. Sorry, Applejack, no offense. But, yeah, there will be new main six born into this world. Will they be called the Elements of Harmony? I have no idea. I mean, I don't know. But apparently the Elements of Harmony are a thing in this world because, well, that's what Twilight and all them were known as. They were the element bearers. Other than that and the first thing that I thought when I saw those like references to the main six and all that shit, when I saw that, what I figured was that it was paying tribute to G4. Like the creators of the creators of G5 are paying tribute to G4 because, well, without G4 we wouldn't be here. Without the bronies we wouldn't be here. I'm former USAF, so the symbolism of the emblem seems pretty obvious to me. Are you talking about like the rail guard emblem thingy dingy? Maybe. Have you noticed that the guard ponies we see are Pegasi? And the emblem in the background suggests the scene is in a Pegasus kingdom. Well, considering that everybody is against each other, I'm really surprised that they're even in the same room. But who knows? I mean, it's kind of like how the hippogriffs were against... I think I'm trying to remember. The hippogriffs were against helping the nations because they were too scared of the Storm King. So they united and kind of sort of got along until Twilight fucked up majorly. And previous to the Elements of Harmony, they were the Pillars. Before the Pillars, they were the Elements of Harmony too, though. Just different elements. Like, I want to say there's more to cover, but there really isn't. My thoughts on it, I like it. I honestly do like it. It could have been worse, guys. It could have been way worse. This is going to be an interesting movie. I believe it's probably going to be the same equivalent of how long, you know, the movie was. Like the movie that we got in 2017. It's probably going to be around an hour and a half. Because that's only about how long a movie for kids is. Remember, this is still a kids movie. It's not for the bronies. It's for kids. So, it's still going to be a kids movie. They have to stick to that. That's Hasbro for you. Applejack, none taken. Okay. Personally, I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. People forget that every time a new generation of LP has come around, it's changed. Exactly! It's like Pony Life was Pony Life was G4.5. It wasn't G4. That's why it was so different. It was also meant as filler for kids. I personally like I personally like Pony Life. It wasn't, you know, one of my favorite things, but I thought it was fun. That's literally it was literally almost my verdict for every single episode. It was fun. Fun, simple shit to keep kids, you know, entertained. That's the best way that I could put it. And I'm a simple guy. If you put something in front of my face that entertains me, and it doesn't take much, yeah, it's fun. There was a few times when Pony Life went dark, and it's getting a second season, to those who don't like it. Yeah, it's getting a second season. And apparently, spoiler alert, we're supposed to see Starlight and Trixie in this one. Like, they're allowing other characters to come through. So, that should be interesting. Any connection between G4 and G5 is gravy. Well, I don't think G5 is gonna be strictly connected to G4. It's gonna be a whole different world with whole new characters. But considering it's taking place in Equestria, it's taking place in the same, you know, place where Twilight and all of them lived, but it's not taking place in the same, you know, world that G4 was. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, the same order that G4 was. Like in Equestria, like Ponyville, we have Earth Ponies, Pegasi, and Earth Pony, Pegasi, and Unicorns all together as one. Not in this world. Ponyville is probably strictly to Earth Ponies or whatever now. You Canada probably strict to, I don't know, royalty. Who knows? So I guess Equestria Girls is dead at this point. It's been dead for a while. But Hasbro's gonna keep going with this. They're gonna keep going with it. You might see another Equestria Girls. You never know. I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, Sunset Shimmer at first wasn't one of my favorite characters, but as she grew, she became one of my favorite characters. Probably my only favorite character in Equestria Girls. See, I wasn't really a huge Equestria Girls fan, but I didn't hate it. It just got kind of old with the movies. The movies just got repetitive over and over and over again. Like, they became the same story, same problems, same everything. You could predict the movie, just like the Transformer films with Michael Bay. Future Equestria, possibly far future. Yeah, it's taking place probably after Twilight's reign and probably Lustre Dawn's reign. If Lustre Dawn ever became a princess. It's never actually proven if she did. I mean, I haven't read the comics, of like season 10 or anything like that, so I don't know what exactly is going on in that world. But I did know season 10 took place after the events of the ending of the end, part 2. It didn't take place with where Twilight and all them were at the end of the last problem. It could be an alternate world ending, so it's under a different Equestria with different standards. Like, we have different towns that are strict to one species. It's Equestria before Equestria was founded, and the hippogriffs, not the hippogriffs, the Wendigos, controlled because of all the hatred. That's literally the world we're in. We're back in the old Equestria, where Earth ponies, Pegasi, and unicorns hate each other. They hate each other, and they don't like each other for a certain reason. I don't know why, but it was only a matter of time before it happened again. I don't know why people are so hateful about that. Well, then again, bronies be bronies. It's like that one dude on Twitter. What's his name? Save G4, save MLP G4 or something like that. His profile pic is like the end little picture of like Twilight and all them at the end of the last problem with a slash through it, with like a "don't do this" kind of sign. I was like, wow. I was going through this guy's profile and I'm like, oh, wow. This guy is so fucking ridiculous. It's not even funny. Like, he thinks that he can get Hasbro to recreate Season 9. Like, to recreate Season 9 fully and completely. Sorry to tell you, Mr. Save MLP G4, it isn't going to happen. Considering Hasbro has already made G5 and it's going to be released this September, they don't give a fuck what you think. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit what anybody thinks. They are successful. They have plenty of money. They can do whatever they want. You aren't going to stop them. Make all the petitions that you want. Make all of the hateful comments you want. Keep copy and pasting your tweets. It's not gonna happen, buddy. The best thing you can do is move on and quit whining. Either that or leave the fandom if it fucking pisses you off that much. Because all you're doing is giving bronies a bad look, honestly. Now, I think something happened to bring things back to pre-Equestria was like the figures of the main six in the background shows that this is not the past. I'm not saying it's going back to the past. I'm saying it's going into the future. It is going to the future. This is the future after Twilight and all them have passed. So after Twilight and all them passed, the elements of harmony have to be, passed on to some pony else to, like, 6 other ponies to actually take over and recreate Equestria into a place of, like, peace and, happiness. Okay, misunderstood something you said. It could be my internet, you never know. But that's literally all we can tell at the moment. Like, Equestria is just basically in a world of the ponies hating each other once again. We're back to old Equestria once again. It'd be cool if they like showed like the statue of like Cozy Glow, Chrysalis, and Tyrek. Again, that would be an immediate connection to G4. But again, this is a future Equestria. We're not in the same, universe that we were in MLP, in G4. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, it's a different world, but we're also in the same, like, setting. We're just in a different time. Like, that's the best way to put it. We're in a different time with new standards and new, like, things going on. New world problems. Ouch. It's kind of like back to the Legend of Korra again. The Legend of Korra takes place after Aang's death, and the newest avatar, Korra, is found. She is the one that comes after the avatar. I don't remember how Aang was when he died, like 40 something. But there are connections to the Avatar: The Last Airbender in it. Like, Aang is shown. There's a lot of references to the old Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's the best way to put it. It's something like that. It takes place after another character. Like, that's the best way to put it. Like, The Legend of Korra is a tie. It ties into Avatar: The Last Airbender, but it's not Avatar: The Last Airbender, if you get what I mean. It's in the same exact world, but we're in the future. New standards, whole new different world. Technology has evolved, cars are a thing. That's what I mean. This is a whole different world with whole new everything. Like, that's the best way to put it. Like, The Legend of Korra is a perfect example. And yeah, I watched the whole thing, and it wasn't that bad. Could I watch it like I do Avatar: The Last Airbender? No, I couldn't. It's not because I don't like it. It's because of the constant freaking suspense it was causing me. That's the thing. Korra is a lot more darker than Avatar: The Last Airbender. Avatar: The Last Airbender had comedy and, calm moments to lead it. This one just always dark, always problematic things going on. That was a thing. It was always occurring. Like, something bad was happening all the time. The Avatar was constantly in danger. And it just got worse with each season. But yeah, that's just the best way to put it. Same world, but things have changed. Yes. It's like, Twilight and all them have existed in this world, but it's going to be different. Like, things have changed. Disharmony has awoken and caused problems amongst the ponies once again. Somebody did something that caused the world to be, changed back to where everybody just went their own business. I don't know how they're going to fix it, but apparently Sunny and Izzy and the unnamed boyfriend, we don't know his name, are going to have to go on a long adventure to somehow find out how to make the world equal once again. Well, not... I sound like freaking Starlight. But they are going to help to reunite the world as one, which should be interesting. After that, I don't know where the fuck it's going. Like, I don't know how much of G4 is going to play into this, like, reference-wise. But the main six are definitely going to be referenced in it. A lot of things about G4 are going to be referenced. It's all in what your cup of tea is, If it's not your cup of tea, you're gonna hate it. If it is your cup of tea, then enjoy. Like, that's the best way to put it. So, literally, that's all I can literally say about it. I'm looking forward to it this September. And I've been ready for it since G4 ended. It's like a lot of people are saying that the final seasons of G4 were bad. Honestly, I don't think they were that bad. Season 6 was definitely the weakest. Definitely. Season 8 was a little weak too. But it had some pointers. But Season 9 was not bad. I don't remember much from it, but I remember the episodes that my brain can recollect. Because there were some damn good episodes. Season 9 was all about closing the door. It wasn't like, Season 1, 2, or 3 that could, just have, like, time to have filler episodes and just explore the world. Season 9 was the closing season, so they had to close the doors. That's why it's probably what some call the most, weak season. In my opinion, it's a tie between season 4, 5, or 7 that were the best seasons. 7 was almost perfect until Secrets and Pies came along. Good God. That was the worst. That was the absolute worst. 4 was amazing because of the keys. That final battle between Twilight and Tarek was amazing. Season 5 was a really good one because even though I never caught Starlight in any of the episodes where she's spying on Twilight, it was a damn good season. Not the perfect pair. That was season 7 Sparrow. Trying to remember the ones that stood out to me. Okay, the opener. The cutie map. Sorry, it took me a minute. That episode legitimately still gives me the creeps. Honestly, it does. It is a creepy episode and unsettling. Just the tone, the setting, everything. Not comfortable. One of the best episodes ever. Trying to remember. Crusaders of the Lost Mark. It's been a while, guys. Give me a break. But Crusaders of the Lost Mark, one of the best episodes. The main attraction, one of the best episodes ever. There was some damn good episodes in that season. Season 5 and Season 4 are really where I have a hard time remembering every single episode and which ones were in which episode. There was a lot of damn good episodes in those seasons. Season 7, almost perfect. Season 7 was the parents reveal season because we revealed Applejack's parents, Rainbow Dash's parents. The only case of other parents being revealed, which was Scootaloo's parents, finally was, I want to say season 9. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it was the season 9. Either there or season 8, one of the two. We also have the Pegasus Pip, question mark, who still hasn't been officially introduced. Well, I don't know. Have you caught the G1 connection? Izzy seems to be based on the G1 buttons. She looks very familiar. She looks like a very familiar character from G1. When I saw her cutie mark, it's very, very, very hard to see, but I thought for a minute that was a reboot of Cadence, honestly, because the cutie mark almost looks exact. She's got a blue heart, and I can see golden stuff coming off the sides, but I don't know, I can't see it very well. But only until we get a better representation of what it looks like, or not representation, but you know what I mean. Up until we get, better, more revealed to us, more updates, that's what I'm looking for. We don't really know anything about these characters. I don't even know what the character Sunny's cutie mark looks like because I can't see it very well. But it looks damn good. I have to give Hasbro credit. They, for one, stayed with the right tone, the right theme, and they stuck with what wins and what doesn't lose. God, I swear this freaking new medication is making me stammer my words like crazy. Great. The mark is a button outside a heart with pins sticking out. So is there a special talent like sewing? That sounds about right. Also, are we going with just one name, or are we going to do the one Rainbow Dash, Twilight Sparkle, Spoiled Rich, that kind of name? So are they just gonna have one name, or are they gonna have two, I don't know the terminology for it, but two different names? That's what I mean. I don't really know. It'll be interesting if they just give them one name. That'd be a lot more easier to remember, honestly. But this character already looks like she's gonna be pretty good. Izzy looks adorable. I don't know about the male character. I mean, we don't know anything about him other than he's a love interest for what's her name, Sunny. But yeah, it seems very Disney-esque for some reason. Excuse me. But I don't know anything else other than that. And until we get more information, which should probably come out in, I would say, about maybe 2 months. Because for those who don't know, before Pony, I was actually really heavily into the Alvin and the Chipmunks fandom. Now, before you click off, let me explain why that's important. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be where I am now. Honestly, I wouldn't. I would have never gotten to where I am now, ever. The reason why is because of the fact, that, like, I'm trying to figure out how to put this. When I was in a group that revolved around that fandom, what happened was I became a writer for them, and I actually was put into an interview with one of the co-producers, like one of the executive producers of the original Alvin and the Chipmunks cartoon back in the 80s. He explained how he got to where he was. He was an actual part-time voice actor for them. How he got there was completely, like, you wouldn't believe it if he didn't tell you. He was a grease monkey in a shop, and I guess one day somebody from Hollywood just showed up and said, "Hey, you sound nice, why don't you come to Hollywood with us?" But what happened was, okay, he didn't start out on Alvin and the Chipmunks, the original cartoon. What happened was he was taken there and he was like put on some like rigged like parody of Star Wars, and yeah, it's not a very well known film. It dropped, like, it just completely flopped. And then he met Ross Bagdasarian Sr., which is the son of the original creator of Alvin and the Chipmunks. So I got into an interview with this guy and I learned this story. He got onto this by like pulling a rabbit, pulling like a slip of paper out of a hat. I don't know how the hell he did it, but how he became a voice actor was kind of interesting. One day he was in the studio with Ross and, what's her name? Janice, which is Ross's wife. And he was doing a recording for, and if you don't know how they record like the Alvin and the Chipmunks to sound like it's not peaked to death, what they do is they talk at half speed. So instead of talking at this speed, they talk like this. Instead of at this speed. And then they speed it up. So Ross had been recording for like 4 hours or something like that. So his voice was thrashed. He looks up out the window and basically goes like this to what's his name? Jeez, I forgot his name. Oh my God, what was his name? I can't remember his name. Tom Watkins, which is the executive producer I'm talking about. He looks up out the glass and goes, "Come here," because his throat was thrashed. I gave him a little tutorial on how to do it, and voila, he became a part-time voice actor for when Ross wasn't up to it. Yeah, that was his success story. So this really gave me like the idea of to become a producer myself, like producing my own shit, which was real fun. By the way, hello, Lauren. Kind of funny you walk in right on this. It gave me that motivation, because how I became a writer on this team was I just wrote fan fiction. My first fan fiction ever still gains traction, or traffic, whatever. And yeah, that's basically how I got hired. Well, not hired, but got onto the team. I left because of the toxicity, and because I was getting blamed for shit that wasn't my fault. So I basically gave them the bird minus 2 people that were really good people and told them, just F you, I'm out. And then I discovered the pony fandom through my friend Ashley and what was his name? I'm trying to remember. Henry 101 on fanfiction. He's on FimFiction too. I discovered the ponies through them. So I just went and checked it out, watched episode 1 of My Little Pony, and yep. Well, actually, no, that's not how it happened. What happened was this. being stupid, I decided to watch an episode of Rainbow Dash because I was curious about Rainbow Dash. And the only one I found was, trying to think here. The really? The Griffin Kingdom one. I can't remember what it's called. The Lost Treasure of Griffinstone. That one. And I was stupid because I saw Twilight with wings and was wondering, what the fuck? Like, when I watched episode 1, I'm like, where the hell are her wings? Well, that's what got me into watching the show. I wanted to know how Twilight got those wings. And little did I know, I was actually becoming a fan of this thing. I was becoming a fan. And that's what ended up happening. I just watched the show like crazy. And, yep, Season 4 battle was what sold me, and boom. That's what got me into the pony fandom, and I didn't try narration until I heard the last narrator. Like, I just wrote stuff. Like, I came across Grimdark a little bit after I started writing for the pony stuff. I decided to write an Applejack-based Grimdark because there wasn't one out at the time. So I wrote Bittersweet Apple Acres. It pissed a lot of people off, but I didn't fucking care. It has aged well, my friends. Very, very well. So, yeah, that's what really started my trip on Grimdark. Like, Lost and Scribbler actually really pushed me to that level. So what happens is this. I decide to narrate stories. The first one, huge loss. So I decided to just narrate Bittersweet Apple Acres instead, because I'm a really big horror fan. But I decided to try it for fun. That won, because a lot of people liked it, and like YouTube, a lot of people liked it on YouTube. And I'm like, well, let's try this. So from there on, I just started narrating stories that came up on FinFiction, and voila, here I am. So I had to go through a lot of fucking shit to get to where I am, but it was worth it. Even the whole drama situation back in 2017, 2016-ish, that whole thing was worth it. It was a lot of problems with my health, but, you know, and it was just a lot of shit to deal with, but it was worth it. Sunny Star Scout and Izzy Moonbow are confirmed. Oh. So, okay, they are doing the two-name thing. That would make sense. That's happened since G1. Sunny Star Scout. That's interesting. So she is a scout. Okay, makes sense. Izzy Moonbow. So she might... Is she based off of Luna? That would make sense. That's the character who I think she resembles a lot, because she has a mixture of like Celestia and Luna in her a lot. Main color is very similar to Luna's, and I don't know why, but her body style reminds me of Celestia. Like her colors. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I left Monkey. The chipmunk fandom is so toxic. Yeah, it's full of pedophiles. Who is best background? And to clarify, guys, back when I was in the chipmunk fandom, I did not even fucking know what a pedophile was. So there you go. Who is best background ponies? Best background pony. Derpy. Easy. I couldn't handle it because of my mental health. I don't blame you. It was, yep. The last time I was really in on the Chipmunks fan was during the time of the original show. Yeah, I'm that old. I came across, like, how did I even get involved with the Chipmunks? That's a good question. I think it was through the music, honestly. I mean, I don't really remember. I think I just tried it for fun, but it turned out to be a success. Where would you be now if you never knew about the pony fandom? I honestly don't know. Sunset Watcher, surely AJ is more than just a background pony. That is a fucking old joke. But yeah, that's all I can really say about G5. I'm looking forward to it. It looks damn good. It looks nice. And I mean, I don't know if it's true that Lauren Faust is the head writer, but on IMDb it says she is the lead writer in the project. So, I don't know. And the names... wow, okay, hang on. I just kind of got a link between the two names of the characters that Sunset, not Sunset, Sunny Scout person. Oh God, I gotta memorize the names now. I need to go up a little bit. Sunny Star Scout. Jesus Christ. Sunny Scar. No. Sunny Star Scout. Fuck. And Izzy Moonbow. Okay. Sun, Moon. Celestia, and Luna based. That's kind of interesting. I do not trust that IMDb listing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who is the actual writers on it. But if it is Lauren Faust, we are in good hands. Because she created G4, and we all know how G4 worked out. Plus, it's also called Untitled MLP Movie right now, so, 2021. So, I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of a little early to determine who is on staff and who isn't on staff, but I'm really curious who's going to be voicing these characters. Like, I can kind of imagine Izzy Moonbow's, like, her voice actor and what she's going to sound like. So who is controlling the Cinnamon? I don't think that's... Actually, that would still be a thing. That's a good question. Maybe there is a king and a queen. Maybe there is, like, two princesses in this new world. I don't know. That's Prince whatever. What's your name? Lauren. Yeah, it's Prince whatever's album, Reimagine. But basically, it is. Man, that's a good question. Because if it's in Equestria, then the sun and moon being raised, yeah, that's still a thing. There's probably princesses in this one. I mean, who knows? Maybe Luster Dawn is a princess in this. Flurry Heart could possibly be a princess. I don't know. It's all up for the crew I submitted. The crew that I submitted to IMDb were all confirmed in press releases and other sources. I mean, I can already hear the sound of Izzy. Moon something to do with the moon. Izzy Moon something. Sunny Star Sprout. That's gonna be pretty easy to remember. Scout. Sunny Star Scout. Izzy Moonbow. That's her name. I can already hear what she's gonna kind of sound like. Sunny. I can kind of imagine her having kind of like a Twilight voice. I'm not saying that Tara Strong's gonna jump on it, but I can see her having kind of a. Seeing she's based off of kind of like a Disney character, like her freaking mane looks just like Elsa. I'm not saying she's gonna sound like Elsa, but I have a feeling she's gonna sound a lot like Rapunzel from Tangled. Like, that's what I hear. The guy, casual Mel. I don't like Brogard, maybe casual as well. Like, who goes there? Kind of thing. Wait, what do you mean by the crew that I submitted to IMDb? I'm confused. I came across the most hilarious, completely fake cast listing yesterday while researching who is behind this. And, well, yeah. Oh my god, I can't remember who all it was, but someone had Rainbow Dash posted as Angelina Jolie voicing her. I'm like, have you heard Angelina Jolie? She sounds nothing like Rainbow Dash. Like, nothing like Rainbow Dash. But, yeah, these were some ridiculous names. Sia as Fluttershy. This is completely fake, by the way. Someone was like Beyonce Knowles. I can't remember who it was. This was ridiculous. But it was hilarious at the same time. I know it's just for a laugh. Other than that, I really don't have much else to say on G5. Wow, I laughed my ass off. Yeah. Rainbow Dash has to be up here in this kind of a voice. She can't be like down here in this kind of a tone. Because Angelina Jolie's got a low voice. How I remember her the most, the lips. But that's literally all I can really say about G5. I'm excited for it. A lot of people hate it. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of people hate it, but a lot of people are just sour over it. They're like very, very sour over it. Which, whatever. If you want to be sour about your precious ponies being moved into a different generation, then leave the fandom now. Because you're just making bronies look like a bunch of crybabies, basically. I wasn't a crybaby about this at all. When I found out that G5 was actual going to be a thing, well, I knew it was going to be a thing regardless. But, you know, when I read like the world it was going to revolve around, I was really excited. Because, you know, how I read the world as, and this was really, really early, like over a year ago, I heard that the world was going to be separated. Like, there was going to be different kingdoms, different things like going, like Game of Thrones kind of thing going on, minus all the blood and violence. But that's what I read, and they're sticking to it, so that was a legit source. I submitted the names of several crew members, producers, and oh hey, there's romance. Name of several crew members, producers, and directors. Oh boy. Oh dear. But if Lauren Faust is on the writing team, oh boy, this is going to be interesting. To be honest, the animation for G5 doesn't look that bad. No, it doesn't. And seeing them actually animated looks nice. Well, it's kind of like how... Okay, this is how bronies work. Some people see, like, you know, like in the movie that was released in 2017, when it was first revealed, everybody hated it. Everybody absolutely hated it. But... when the movie came out and they saw it, oh, everybody was freaking fanboying over Tempest, and they had no problem with it. So, yeah, I don't really give a shit what other people think. I go off my opinion. That's why I don't listen to critics. But, yeah, it's definitely gonna be an interesting ride. I'm excited for it. And seeing that's all I have to say, I guess I'm gonna call it here. So, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed my thoughts, and I will see all of you peeps later, and happy horrors until next time.